Hi, I'm Betan. I like talking about SpongeBob. This franchise means a lot to me, so much so I decided to make a YouTube channel talking about his nautical nonsense. Pretty much all of my videos have some kind of gimmick, a tier list, a retrospective, even an analysis of the community. And for this one, you're getting a tartar saucin' video essay. Flat out, I'm not expecting this video to do well or pop off. Well, why? I love making videos. It's the most fulfilling thing in my life. Nothing comes close to it. My upload schedule sure doesn't reflect that though. Videos are fun. They are a window into another person. You get to learn so much from so many varied people. Seeing other people's takes on different media, their analysis, what they glean from it, and how it affects you and me. It's so just cool. Not even 5 hours ago, I watched a video on the history of labor in the United States and how it ties into the modern game development space. It's like magic, or alternatively, crack, to explore so many different topics and styles. That video also has the greatest thumbnail I've ever seen in all my life. As a kid, I never cared about art. I thought it was gaudy, pretentious, and annoying. Pfft. Who cares about a stupid painting? As I enter my 70s, I fully get it now. Art is amazing. It is an expression of humanity, creativity, and how limitations affect us. Art isn't just a painting of some smiling lady. No. First off, the smiling lady is missing something. There. Now it's art. Art can be anything. Art doesn't have to be some gorgeous, pristine sculpture. Art is a drawing. It's music, it's colors, it's the way people feel. And what's really interesting is that art is fairly niche. Not everyone will understand a feeling or message. Not everyone will share the same takeaways. I mean, sometimes there isn't even a correct way to comprehend it. Art is individual. I am not skilled in art. I lack the drive and patience to learn drawing, my writing is 99% stream of conscious, the only F I ever got was in a sewing class, and my ears bleed when I try to make music. So tell me why. I absolutely love making videos. I don't know why or how it is so thrilling to me. My artistic skill comes from my ability to repackage other people's work. God, this video is starting out way more depressing than I was expecting. Video making is a craft to me. There's so many moving parts that you have to balance. Is the script itself good? Is the voiceover engaging? Are there technical flaws like lip smacks, plosives, or unbalanced audio? What about the visuals? Should I be using clips since it'll be more interesting than staring at simple images? What about the shot composition? Does my video have a point? What's the story I'm making? Am I able to accurately portray what I want to show or emphasize? All this is to say, my videos are personal. I have fun making them. They're miniature stories, all compacted into rewatchable formats. There's a reason why I include so many inside jokes or hidden details. I bet $100 you won't catch everything on your initial watch. I made a video on SpongeBob inconsistencies. There's a shot of Patrick looking down one of Squidward's hallways. There's hidden text in there at the top talking about how it reminded me of the Blair Witch Project. I haven't seen a single comment even mention that. Ready to feel old? That video was uploaded over a year ago. That predates my incidental tier list video, the one I am most known for. I love growing the community. I never planned on meowing in a video, but some person randomly asking for it? This is perfect bit material. A YouTube channel and its videos are a reflection of the creator, but also a mirror of the audience. I know this is YouTube 101, but I never gave it much thought until I tried making a channel. It's fun and gives me more stuff to build off of. The videos are still 99.9% me, but that extra bit now slightly coats everything. Maybe it's getting corrected on some facts or agreeing that most of Bikini Bottom citizens are pathetic, sad jerks. Cool. So, I like creating videos. Why am I making this video? Simple. What's the natural enemy of art and humanity? I have tried to make this video multiple times. I've tried scripting it at least 5 times. I've even written this same kind of sentence about the number of tries before. Every time, I give up. I don't know about you, but I feel such an apathy for mainline YouTube. When I make thumbnails for my videos, I like to use a site to preview what they will look like. To do this, it pulls from a fresh YouTube perspective. The most popular stuff of recent news and time gets shown. Maybe it's just me being pessimistic, but it all feels so plastic, so hyper clean and shiny. And let me stop right there. Every time I try to make this script, I hit this point, right here, and throw in the towel. Wanna see? How about a quote from a script I drafted in May? Don't forget to apply Ludwig's yoinkin' twist to whatever content you have. Copy someone's thumbnail or idea and then just slightly rotate it to fit your specific niche. The saying is, great artists steal, not great artists enjoy creating. How about another one from late 2024? I love content. Content is so fun. It's so filling. Every day I happily consume content. I don't know why people watch this stuff. I don't know why I watch this stuff. I don't know why when I get a comment saying, great content, it makes me want to saw open my ribcage. Is that all I am? All my efforts? Just content? I look back on these scripts with embarrassment. Every time, it always comes out as a pretentious and prideful vent about YouTube. They were not made with love or care of any kind. It was made with pure hate and juvenile anger. Let's be real, that kind of video benefits nobody. No matter what I do, I always default back to a depressing, cynical script about how modern YouTube sucks. It becomes a boring video where you know every bullet point before I say it. I don't want the video to be that. If I let the video become about how boring YouTube feels, then the implied message or takeaway is that my stuff is superior. It's not. Content is a medium, just like how art is a medium. I've struggled with this argument for so long. I could never come up with a satisfying answer that wouldn't spit in multiple people's faces. But at the same time, doesn't it feel wrong to flatly say content has similar merit to art? Art is supposed to move you. Content is supposed to make you content. It's just a spiral of contrasting questions. Just because something is content, is it lesser in meaning or purpose? What about slop? Artificial intelligence? How do we even define content versus art? Can content also be art? And for me, the most important question, does any of this matter? I can have this hypothetical argument in my head, and would it have any impact? Any. I can create something as a video, and someone watching could call it content. This thought process could just be for nothing. All of this time I've spent debating the purpose of my videos when it'll just be forgotten in the sea of content on YouTube. For me, this has been the struggle of making a YouTube channel. I can learn the technical aspects. I can learn new topics, new thumbnail styles, new writing structures, or pacing. None of that matters if I don't want to implement it. It's this weird, stupid, hypocritical barrier I have. I don't want to add an arrow or a red circle to my thumbnails. I don't want to add a call to action, like and subscribe animation a few minutes in. I don't want to think about hooks or viewer retention. Honest question, what is content? Genuinely, what is it? There's so many abstract, unmeasurable lines. Artistic intent, platform, message, quality, creation time, intrinsic value, inspiration, all varying traits of content and art. I'm stuck in a melodramatic love triangle. The creator side in me says that artistic intent is what we should look at. Screw the numbers, the data, the audience statistics, whatever. Was your work made with some kind of care, not business oversight or management like a factory conveyor line, your specific desire? You worked hard to showcase something and have details that reflect it. Did you put a piece of yourself into this? It doesn't have to be explicitly out of love. Art can be made with anger, with sadness, with emptiness. It's a vessel for emotion. By that stance, then something like my iceberg videos would be considered art. I recorded all the background footage, all the layer transitions, compiled a bunch of mini scenes, and tried to make each entry stand on its own. It, in the end, was my child. And just like real parenting, I messed up the first kid horribly and learned what to do for the second. I love all my videos equally, some less equal. Another case is my SpongeBob's Last Stand review. I wanted to voice my opinion of how forgotten it is, why that's the case, and how I was surprised at the humor. There's a little arc through the whole thing. I go from dismissive to enjoyment. My attitude changes by the end of the video. That's storytelling. That's writing. That's art. I didn't explicitly plan out some kind of story arc or anything. I just wanted to show off my take on an episode. And on the other side of this lover's quarrel, we have the viewer side. I don't care about the intent. I want something entertaining. I just got done working a shift at the steel plant. I'm tired, hungry, and bored. I fully get it. YouTube is a platform for entertainment at the end of the day. My iceberg videos are pre-existing concepts. Many others have made the same thing before. Sure, I might throw on a new spin or some differing style, but at the end of the day, it is still just an iceberg video. One with a fresh coat of paint. It was made and uploaded, regardless of my passion, to get eyes on it, and it worked really well. Hence why I made a sequel, and probably will make it into a trilogy someday. Content is made to be consumed, with an expectation that it will be consumed. Let's take the Last Stand review I mentioned not too long ago. Tell me flat to my face that it wasn't just a glorified episode recap. It was. It was a mini retrospective, which 80% was just a stylish retelling of an episode. Most people that watched the video used it as a way to re-experience the episode. What's so hard for me to learn and put into practice is that this is a balance. I would love to be able to make all the video concepts on SpongeBob that I have. I even drafted an idea thousands of years ago about analyzing the first movie with a gender lens. Turns out, it can be viewed with a really intriguing feminist take, especially for 2004. All that is stuff that sounds personally interesting to me, but they would not make for good content. Either that, or I wouldn't be able to package it as good content. Not all videos are made equal. All of this comes to a head for these modern times. Content farms. They've existed before, but have very recently exploded on the scene. When I think content, this is what I imagine. Overproduced visuals, MrBeast. Oh wait, no, I'm doing it wrong, sorry. Overproduced visuals, Mr. Beast subtitles, cinematic whooshes, outrageous thumbnails, big red arrows, shocked faces, never still images, censor bars over eyes, and titles like The Satisfying Downfall of Kevin C. Cucumber. It's content that exists to be made. Maybe it's grabbing a quick buck, maybe the scripts are AI generated, I don't know. This again comes back to my point of not trying to trip down the stairs to a depressing video. I'm not most public audiences. I'd rather eat my leg than watch a single video on the trending tab. This content is not made for me, and I'm aware of that. That makes it so much harder for me to justify criticizing it. This is Sponge Truths. It's a channel that started uploading about less than a year ago. If you've been in the SpongeBob space for a little bit, then you know this channel. They have covered topics ranging from theories to lore analysis, what-ifs, and, as of right now, episode reviews. I cannot figure out a way to write my thoughts on them without sounding like an egotistical, self-absorbed scumbag. Their content is the antithesis of everything I love about video making. They are everything I hate about modern day YouTube. Every time I go to the YouTube Studio dashboard, I always end up comparing my videos against other well-performing ones. And 9 times out of 10, that involves a Sponge Truths video. It's a content farm. It produces content and a lot of it. I get so tired of seeing these videos. What happened to every show that copied SpongeBob? The Curious Case of SpongeBob's House. How much money has Patrick cost Bikini Bottom? SpongeBob's creepiest episode finally solved. And, as of late, there are the 2 most recent videos. the darkest SpongeBob episode that causes people distress, and why did parents hate this SpongeBob episode? For reference, the most recent one is that the episode Rockabye Bivalve is gay. SpongeBob and Patrick play a married couple and raise a scallop? They censored gay in the thumbnail. Do not tell them about the SpongeBob musical. I don't know if they'll be able to endure that level of pride.
Let's just say it flat out. The idea that SpongeBob and Patrick were acting like a married couple, it made some parents uncomfortable. You see it in comments like, "Alright, I don't mind the episode, but gayness isn't cool." Or, "Nah, I think they should edit out the gayness instead." Shows like Blue's Clues or Arthur introducing gay couples caused national backlash as late as 2019.
It just makes me sad. It's white bread, it's videos without a soul. I'm not asking for some amazing art piece or anything even revolutionary, but just to be something other than a pump, fueled by viewer retention. This isn't specifically SpongeTruth's fault, for as much as I hate conveyor-produced content, they're just following what works. They do it because their audiences eat it up. I make my videos because my audience eats it up. Do you see what I mean with the muddled line of content and art? How can I sit on my throne and decry SpongeTruths when the end goal is the same? Am I justified in hating of this channel and all the pollution it spits onto the internet? Who cares if it's a content farm? People like it. Who cares if the scripts are AI generated or are so utterly soulless they sound like ChatGPT? I know that might have sounded sarcastic or like a strawman argument, but I genuinely meant those questions. Is a piece of content inherently less valuable than a video? I don't know what to do. I don't know what to say. SpongeTruths follows in a long line of carbon copy cartoon channels. There exist ones for really anything now. It just happens cartoons get amazing clicks. Family Guy with Sweaty Clam, South Park with Carrick Artman, who was revealed to be a huge team of people pumping these things out nonstop. There's one that I've seen explode practically overnight, Gumball Universe. In half a year, it's got 19 million views and over 100,000 subscribers. They also have a SpongeBob Universe channel linked. It doesn't have any videos yet, but once that train gets going, I know it won't stop. And wow! Would you look at that? How much has Gumball Watterson cost Elmore? What happened to every show that copied Gumball? How much money does Larry really make? The Curious Case of the Clown from Gumball. Do those sound familiar? It's because they're identical to all the SpongeTruths videos I mentioned earlier. Same titles, same scripting, same thumbnails too. Look at the ones that tried to copy their respective shows. Same fiery background broken up by a halo in the heavens. I'm sensing some real irony about copying here. Before they started regurgitating recycled channels, SpongeTruths yoinked from other SpongeBob YouTubers and smaller scale sponge content farms. That was a mouthful. Thumbnails are not copyrighted and repackaging is an element of the YouTube game. It's just how it goes. But you would ideally at least try to differ yourself from the original, right? Add your own flavor, salt, your own spice, make it your own. This is Ave, another SpongeBob channel most of my viewers will be familiar with. Hi, it's me in post. Guess what genius decided not to research pronunciation before recording the voiceover? I'm pretty sure it's ah-way, not ah-vey. I don't know where I got the V. I think I just made it up. My apologies, back to the video. He's a bit of a polarizing figure in the community, but his videos are his. He has a direction with them, and you can tell he likes creating them. An Ave video is unique to him. Here's a video he has about the Krusty Krab's secret room, and here is a video from Sponge Truths about Mr. SquarePants' backyard. Notice anything similar? Same concept and carbon copy title. What if I show you some more of Ave's thumbnails? How about this one featuring a Bikini Bottom war? Some very similar fonts. Wonder where the inspiration comes from. Another set deals with characters gaining money. Here's an Ave video about Mr. Krabs and his cash compared to a Sponge Truths one on Plankton. I could show you a few more, but most of the details merge together. It actually makes it difficult to tell what video is by who. By the way, I lied. All of those Ave thumbnails are actually Sponge Truths and vice versa. Ave did the Curious Case of the backyard. Sponge Truths follows with the Curious Case of the Krusty Krab, SpongeBob's house, a boatmobile, the war I mentioned, and more. There's no originality. Even the first few videos had thumbnails following whatever popular videos were booming at the time. Sponge Truths copies a lot, and apparently at one point I seemed valuable enough to shamelessly rip off. I made a video trying my best to rank every Plankton plan. It took me a lot of work, and you'll notice the massive time sink in the upload schedule. That video came out December 30th and did very well for my channel. Come January 15th, Sponge Truths uploads, ranking how useless Patrick is in every episode, which also happens to be their first tier list type video. Interesting. Well, nobody's gonna debate the thumbnail being stolen, that's for certain. How does their video start?
Well, I'm back to tackle something ridiculous. Ranking every blunder Patrick Star has ever committed in SpongeBob SquarePants. I know. Every single blunder? I spent 5 days researching for this video, so you can expect me to cover as many blunders as possible in less than 15 minutes. But how am I ranking these "Oh Patrick, why" moments? By impact, severity, hilarity, and most importantly, how hard I laughed while researching this insanity. Don't worry, I'm sparing you the spin-offs, games, and comics because I still value my sanity. Barely.
I love the fact the entire intro is just in the description for some reason, especially with how they didn't bother to correct the video's length. I'm not gonna flame them for not re-recording the voiceover because I do the exact same. I got you, that was an intentional mistake. Where am I in the script? But it's weird they don't even bother to change the description text. Actually, do you notice something? Well, I made a video ranking all of the background fish, why not sell out more? I'm hitting every Plankton plan from the main series. I'm not crazy enough to do the games or the comics. Plans are based off of success rate, appearance, practicality/creativity, and most importantly, memorability. Also, for a fun game that will totally kill ya, take a shot every time I say the words Plankton, Formula, Krusty Krab, and Plan. If you just want the overall rating, skip to the end chapter. Alright, let's go. So we kept the starting line of Welp, the mention of not covering specifically the games, comics, or other spin-off material because it'll make someone crazy, and the thumbnail. Also, forgive me, this is a low blow, but apparently it took Sponge Truths 5 days of researching for the Patrick video. There are 25 entries in that video. According to Sponge Truths, Patrick has only had 25 blunders throughout the series' 20-plus year time span.
In Big Pink Loser, Patrick was determined to win a trophy, not for something specific, just a trophy for existing. He tried copying SpongeBob, which led to disastrous results, including setting the Krusty Krab's cash register on fire.
Making fun of Texas has the same rank as causing a literal dystopian future where every character is a slave to Man Ray. Also at the end, Sponge Truths promises us a part 2 is coming. Where is it? I'm dying to know what rank Stuck in the Ringer would be, since you somehow missed like the most infamous Patrick blunder of the entire series. Their second, and for some inexplicable reason, last ranking video was on every food in the show. It didn't do very well at all, so I guess we're scrapping ranking videos forever. I guess we copied the wrong thumbnail, like this one from Architect Ranks the Houses in SpongeBob. I wonder if it has something to do with the BetterHelp sponsor. Or maybe how it came out 6 days after the Patrick one. Hi, it's day 2 of recording. I got bored, so forgive the different mic setup, if you can even notice. I don't think it needs to be explicitly said, but do not harass or target Sponge Truths or anyone mentioned in this video in any way. We will not be like early 2010s SpongeBob YouTube. Sorry about the tirade. Sponge Truths and its many siblings are everywhere on this site, doing the same things. It just gets old. I could go on another rant about disgusting thumbnail design with Abyssal Tunes, formerly Flixtoon. Nothing says good content quite like sexual assault and rape, right? Disgusting. Alright, hey, it's me from the future. This part wasn't originally in the script, but about a day ago, Sponge Truths uploaded a new video. Just... why would you consider just ever making this? Like, genuinely. Oh my god. Hey, it's me from the future's future. If you needed more proof of their laziness, here's a close-up of their Squidward depression video. Here's one of if Mr. Krabs was never born. Here's one about a fetish. Here's their copy of mine again. One on SB129, Sleepy Time, what if Plankton was never born, no Squidward, Suffering, Suffer, what happened? What happened to me seems like some lovely AI image generation. As if the channel couldn't make me any more sad. A majority of the channel's thumbnails are very likely AI upscaled or generated in some way. I don't fully know, but I do know this type of skyflower is not a normal thing. I would just like to add, I have used an AI upscaler once for one of my thumbnails. It didn't work, and I wish I hadn't even tried because I'm ashamed of it. My only guess is that Sponge Truths is thinking similarly. Here's a frame from Have You Seen This Snail? It's a bit too fuzzy for a thumbnail, and here's their take on it. I could very easily be wrong, these were just my casual observations. Don't take my word for guarantee. Funnily enough, one of the very few thumbnails I don't think has this AI touch is the one on Squid's parents. It's just a shame they stole the background art from a fan. This poor guy. First Nickelodeon steals his art for a promo and now a content farm. I just got lucky since I've seen this one before. Shout out to the old iceberg video. Alright, that should be the last time future me chimes in for the video. I hope you've enjoyed this subplot, I guess. I don't know. I sat down and made this video to ask a question, both to my audience and myself. Should I lower my expectations? My latest video has been doing okay. It started out fairly weak, with few people clicking on it. Here are the 3 thumbnail designs I came up with. I like them. I thought they represented the video fairly well. Here's what the current one is. Can you guess which one performed better? I don't like doing clickbait or marketing in general. Marketing is all about manipulation, and I abhor that. I want my videos to stand on their merit, and that's a shame since YouTube is all about initial impressions. It's a click platform. That's how the content farms get their clicks, with outrageous images and titles. That's how a lot of super popular channels do it. One I keep seeing is Midwest Safety. Look at these titles and thumbnails. Isn't it beautiful? I love turning death into content. Makes me feel so whole. I guess I'm trying to ask if I can try something new. Something a bit more gamified. Something a bit more content-based. I don't like saying that, but if I want the channel to do well, I need to churn out more stuff. The videos will still have soul and love, don't you worry, but I'm just worried it'll become samey, generic, boring. The absolute last thing I want for this channel is to become corporate, to become big, to be produced, to be worked on by a team of 5 to 10 people. That thought genuinely depresses me. I've held out on so many usual YouTube tactics because they become business transactions. Sponsors diluting a video, asking for a like and subscribe, employing more eye-catching thumbnails, stuff like that. I know this issue is mostly in my head. I know most of you who have made it to this point, thanks by the way, are used to these things. They're normalized. Who cares about a sponsor? I'll just use sponsor block or skip it. Who cares about a kinda clickbaity thumbnail? I see 10,000 of them every day. I'm petrified by the thought of this channel just spewing out SpongeBob content. I don't want to make SpongeBob content. I want to make videos. I want the videos to be entirely my own. Do other creators struggle with this? This fear of pseudo selling out, I guess? No matter what I try to make, whatever script I make, I never fully stomach making content. I know, I keep drilling this into your skull, but I still don't think content is wholly bad. If Alex Bale apparently makes content, then he makes some of the absolute peak. His set of theories defined an entire era for the SpongeBob community. Luke Vaughn is making a series-wide retrospective, and it's so refreshing to hear positivity about the show. Is that content? Are my tier list videos content? Do I already put out content? If it's art to me, but content to you, should I value it less? Does this dichotomy stop me from making better videos? Art becomes content in this digital age, no matter where you go. It's ingrained in social media and the way we consume entertainment. It's a medium for emotion, human creativity, and the endless expression we have for the world. Art means different things to different people. Content means different things to different people. Maybe those two are closer than I thought. I've been B-Tan. Thanks for watching.